Back in the day, you would see prostitution cases come before your court. Did you ever think at that point, or had the perspective that there could be something deeper going?
I was the guy that thought this was the world's oldest profession, and if it's the world's oldest something, there's nothing that Paul Herbert could have ever done to change it. The ladies would come through, I'd give them a jail sentence, and 3, 4, 5 months later, I'd see them come back again and again and again. No hope.
And now you look at these differently?
Absolutely. I was in court one day after having seen about 36 testimonies from domestic violence victims, and as the sheriff was bringing defendants out, he brought another defendant out, which I was expecting to be a domestic violence defendant, and I saw a woman chained up in a prison uniform that looked like a domestic violence victim. And that's when I started to research all the truth behind how a person gets involved in this. They're coming from extremely broken situations, and they're very vulnerable, and that's in every neighborhood here in Columbus, Ohio, and I'm sure it's in every neighborhood where you come from as well. And there's an evil clandestine system out there that's been going on for thousands of years that is looking for a vulnerable girl that they can take advantage of. And now with the internet, it's so easy, detection is so slight that they can get a girl and actually make her think she's going into a healthy and family environment, and then take seriously advantage of that when she's young. The average age is like 13 to 15 years old when they're getting involved in this and being sold. So they're very easily manipulated. They're very easy to make believe that what's happening to them is their own choices. So they don't even know they're victims.
What would you say to the public who may be in that frame of mind that you were in, a decade ago, where you look at these and go, classic prostitution?
Sure. Well, to actually answer that question, we did an assessment. We developed a human trafficking assessment tool that we partnered with out of Washington, D.C., Polaris Project, and we gave a sample study of the over 1,000 women charged with prostitution. We gave them an assessment tool, human trafficking assessment. That tool came out that showed, and they didn't even know it, showed 92% of all women charged with prostitution also are victims of human trafficking. So if that answers your problem just on your prostitution problem, you got a 92% chance she's a victim. This gives me a reason to come to work every day. I've been doing this a long time, and it's truly the happiest point of my week when we're here and we're helping these women and I watch them succeed. And for all the women out there that might be listening to this, and people that are listening to this, don't think it's just 1 in a million that's going to succeed. We have a lot of women who live very healthy, vibrant lives where they're giving back to their community, they work, they're reunited with their kids, they volunteer, they go into prison to talk to women there. There's a community of women that is formed now because of what we're doing here that is reaching out to other women. It's powerful to watch the impact of that. And so those women are there in Cincinnati too, and all you need to do is get them together in a room and start helping them with their trauma, and you'll have it as well. Most folks think human trafficking only involves a small number of foreign-born, in the Asian nail salon type scenario, like the movie Taken as well, or something like that. But in Columbus, we have over 1,000 women arrested for prostitution. I know that 920 of them, you can count on it, as human trafficking victims. So it's time that our society started treating them like that. And if you treat them like that, then you'll have a different result than you've always had. With our success rate in catch court, of every woman who has been accepted into the court, 72% of them have not recidivated yet. Now you start to think about that. Before the catch court program started, we were spending $5.4 million a year just to arrest and jail prostitutes in Franklin County, Columbus, Ohio. That's to do nothing. So why not start to do something that cuts down on the jail nights, cuts down on the unwanted pregnancies, cuts down on the continual revolving door throughout the courthouse, and not only that, but it helps women and it helps the next generation. And now we've been doing this long enough that I've seen multi-generational healing, and I'm telling you what, that's something that's good for our community.
So do you believe every second of every day there's a trafficker looking for a victim?
As you and I are sitting here right now, there are people in a room somewhere trying to figure out how to get more women to come take advantage of them.